everybody, look, it's Jason Williams. Hey, Jason.
What's happening?
Welcome to the show. I don't know if you've ever seen this before.
First time, long time.
What? Wow.
Is that right? First time, dude. Yes, I am very happy to be here. It took you long enough to actually invite me.
Well, if I remember correctly, you kind of offered and I didn't get to say no.
I don't remember it that way.
I'm sure.
I don't remember that way at all.
Well, this is great. So we finally get to ask some questions I'm excited about.
Cool.
So even though you're very active in the leagues and stuff, there's still things we don't know about you. So this is our chance to pick your brain.
Cool.
I'm assuming there's one in there. Is that why you got these in so it holds it in?
Yes. You know what, dude? I don't even know why I'm wearing these. I saw Jake do it. I saw how cool he was. Super hot.
Well, there's the answer.
And now I have it. It's not even. Okay, just kidding. It was actually plugged in.
Okay, I feel better.
Oh, did you really think?
Yes.
Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, dude. Fun, dude. Cool. Well, and I know I talked to you guys about everything, and I'm a pretty open book, but I was kind of jealous that I hadn't been on.
I feel the same way, so you'll have to interview me eventually.
Oh, fun.
So let's get started. Why don't you tell us about yourself, like what you do for a living and all that good stuff?
Cool. Well, we obviously talk a lot on Discord, but I'll give you some stuff that I doesn't usually come up. Obviously, I live in Carpinteria, California, little beach town here on just below Santa Barbara, a couple minutes below Santa Barbara, and I was living in San Bernardino County, beautiful Rancho Cucamonga. I grew up in a town outside of that called Pomona. Pomona, funny story. Did I tell you the one about the gangster I worked with in the concrete job?
Mm-mm.
So this is the town I grew up in. This wasn't uncommon. No one was blown away by this. We were on a concrete job, and Evil, that's his name. I don't even know what his first name was, but he went by Evil. He said it was Evil, and I called him Evil. Evil was like, all right, guys, we were just eating our breakfast. Sun's barely coming up, eating our breakfast before our 6 a.m. shift starts. Concrete construction. I wasn't anything big. I was a laborer. They gave me a stick with a magnet on the end, and I was good to go around and clean up all the nails that were strewn about. He was like, all right, guys, I'll see you later. I'm going to kill my wife. And I was like, but you can't act shocked, right? It's like, yeah, what a bitch, right? But his best friend slept with his wife, and he left, said goodbye to us, and he killed his wife, and he's still in jail. And he went to Chino. Why would you announce it? Because he was saying bye. He wasn't gonna say not guilty. He might have said not guilty. I don't know. But so that's where I grew up. It wasn't all a lot of that. But if we didn't have the helicopter in our backyard, once a week, it was weird. So you always heard the ghetto bird above you, and I mean, when the lights went down, when the sun went down, you went home. Mama was calling, and you went home. It was a cute little street we lived in Montclair, right outside, right on the other side of Monte Vista was Pomona. We were Montclair. It was all HUD homes and low-income housing, and
I lived in Montclair for a while.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
I was at Manzanita and Holt, right above the hoe stroll is what we called it. Them hoes were breaking ankles out on Holt and Mission. So we got hookers all over.
Down by the baby mall in Indian Hills.
Indian Hills swap meet.
Yeah.
Dude, that's legit. That is still going.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and it is awesome. Do you ever go to the drive-in movie theater over there?
I have.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I went so many times. That was super fun. Yeah, remember Deja Vu strip club?
Oh yeah, it's still there.
That of girls, right? But yeah, so it was a neat area to grow up in. I'm a pretty sensitive guy. probably to a fault, but you learn real quick. You toughen up, and no matter what your natural instinct is, it better be tough, or you just get run over and made fun of. Dude, these kids in junior high, they used to think it was the funniest thing to go tackle a kid, pin him down. The other guy sits on his face with his underwear off. And he just got the kid's nose stuck right up the kid's butthole. Not good. That was just a fun game they played in junior high where I went. Yeah, wasn't good, bro. But now I live in paradise. It was really great. I'll tell you a little bit about how I just got to Carpinteria. I was in the mortgage industry from 2003 to 2009, and I barely graduated high school. Only reason I got a diploma is because they couldn't kick me out, because the continuation school said no thanks. So they couldn't kick me out. So I spent this last half of my senior year with my head down in the cafeteria, but everyone gave me a passing grade. So barely graduated high school. I was high on many drugs from 17 to 24. And when I was 22, I got in lending and worked for some lender in Irvine, driving from Rancho Cucamonga to Irvine, and 56 miles one way. And most days I would just drive on the shoulder because there was so much traffic. I would just either drive on the shoulder for many miles and then just veer in and then do it again, or I just drive in the carpool lane. But so I got into lending. I was making very good money at 24, bought my first house at 24, bought the next one at 25, and the recession hit. And the recession just destroyed my industry. So financials just imploded all over the place. It was ripple effect throughout the whole country. Obviously, we all know, except for Jason K, the effects of the financial crisis. So then I called everywhere I could, tried to get a job, but I'm not qualified. I had been arrested and booked, not just arrested. I've been arrested many times, but I actually was booked and in jail and on my record, a felony. So I had a felony conviction. It ended up getting kicked down to misdemeanor. And I had no education. I was high every day, all day long. And this guy took a chance on me, worked at it. So it's about who you know. And my friend's uncle, I guess in the interview, all I could do, I said F word so many times. I found out after the fact. He said, I'm not hiring this kid. He said, give me a minute. Left the interview. He said, I'm not hiring this kid. He can't stop saying fuck. So another guy came in, he said, I'm gonna give you a chance. So he hired me up in, what's that city next to Temecula with an M?
Murrieta.
I worked in Marietta, making about 120,000, high every day. I was sniffing Oxycontins off my desk, chopping them up at my desk, calling clients, ripping one, and then just working. Everything. I was doing everything. That was one of them. Recession hit, called everywhere. Ended up going from 120,000 or so to at 27 years old, to making $16.65 working as a teller in a US bank bonds, inside of a bonds. And still, even then, they were giving me responsibility. And I'm like, I got a safe here. I did some other money crimes too, but I'm thinking to myself, I have money crimes. I'm a convicted felon. I have nothing. I'm nothing. I'm bald headed, but I had more hair under there before. So I just looked like a skinhead, tattoos everywhere. And I'm thinking they're leaving me in charge of the vault. And then, I found Jesus, and I started doing better. And that really helped me along.
Lost.
Oh no, I found him. Have you ever seen Where's Waldo books?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, bro. And I fucking found him, bro.
All right.
So then recession hit. I ended up 1665, but then I just said, all right, I'm a piece of shit. I might as well just work from the bottom somewhere. So worked for US Bank. Some guy, I ended up getting transferred. I was high up in sales, everything. I always excelled like a lot in sales. I'm not good at anything, but sales and people, I'm really good at. Hit a bunch of goals, ended up moving out to Cucamonga, license, and now I work in Paradise for JP Morgan, and they know all this, and by the way. And yeah, I do really well at work. I'm an investment advisor with JP Morgan and love my job and try to work from home so I can see the babies every day and my bride. But yeah, it's been a wild ride. So now I'm from Carpinteria, California. I work for JP Morgan, investment advisor. I've been licensed since 2000 something, but I've been with the firm now for 10 years and I really like it. I'm not the smartest guy, but I can make people money. I don't know the most about anything, really. I don't know, you know how people, Phil said, I know a little about a lot. I don't know a little about a little. I don't know a lot of anything about anything. I'm not really good at much. Just truth be told, I'm not a very intellectual guy. I didn't really pay attention in school, but I'm good with people. And I know I like talking to people and they trust me and I can make them money, a good amount of money if they follow my advice. An aggressive strategy if you do it in a conservative way. And that's what I preach in my practice. And it's been fun. And obviously my wife is Lisa. I got a baby named Olive. She's 3, 5-year-old. Zoe, and just started VBS, Vacation Bible School.
Oh, that's
today.
fun.
Yeah, it's really neat for them. But yeah, it's been a wild ride.
Wow.
Well, I figured I'd give you some stuff that you don't know. I basically tell you guys everything in Discord, but that's a little bit about my past life.
Well, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, so you work for JP Morgan doing, like, what is investment?
So trading portfolios, trading equities. It's more around trading equities. Yeah. Investment portfolio construction, meeting their goals in any different way. Every client's going to want something a little bit different. At the very least, they want me to trade their portfolio, and I do it pretty well.
Where'd you learn it?
Bro, I learned it the hard way. One guy told me right when I got hired, I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. And now I'm responsible. You given a book of like 180 or 80 million bucks of clients. And they're looking at you like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I barely got sober like 10 years ago. You know, I mean, I used to carry a gun around for fun, you know, with 32 round clips and with the Tech 9. That was my writing buddy. And now I'm like building portfolios for clients. And so the answer is just trial and error, man. I lost a lot of money for a lot of clients. And it wasn't like super detrimental to where positions went to zero. But you look at it after a year and it's like, I really tried, and I made a legit, well-concerted effort. I really tried, but it was like, I didn't know what to do. And I just did it because I got to get paid. So you fake it till you make it. That's what the guy told me. Hey, bro, just fake it till you make it. I was like, literally? He's like, literally. Start as conservative as possible because you're going to lose some money. And I sure did. Real bad. I have a success story with one of my clients. They're still with me after 8 years, and they just hung with me. Thank God. They got a couple $1 million with me now, and I make a good amount off them, and they make a lot of money. And I told them just last meeting, I was like, I'm just sorry. I just want to tell you, I'm sorry. I did a really bad job at the beginning. And they said, we know. They didn't make any money for 3 years. We'll put it that way. But at least I had broken even. And I just told them, listen, let me go. Fire me. Go to someone else. I finally got you back to 300,000 bucks. Fucking run. And they said, what else you got? And thank God they did. And now they got a couple $1 million with me. They've added some along the way, but You fake it till you make it, I guess. And you just research your tail off, just like you did, just like everyone else does. Just try to perfect your craft.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, how'd you end up getting into fantasy football?
I'm an addict, bro. So someone else said it was super fun. I just tried it. And, as an addict, you kind of, whatever you do, you pick your thing and you do it. And you are degenerate, in that space or with that product or this practice. And I just really I was so bad. And when you're so bad, but you love it, you just pour yourself into it a little more. And I was so bad for so many years. And then 4 years ago, I got into Dynasty with Braxton, and 10 guys, 10 guys, one league, 10 guys, one cup. Hell, I can't remember. It was a spin-off of that, Two Girls, One Cup. But the 10 guys league, and I just quit it this last year. I was really bummed, but one quarterback, but I learned a lot through trial and error. I got taken advantage of so much, but then you just try and try and try. And then the next year I joined almost 30 leagues in that off season. So then I was at like 37 leagues that year. I think that was 2 or 3 years ago or something. And they said, "Why did you join so many leagues, my guys, and 10 guys?" That was my first league. I said, "Because I'm horrible. I suck. So I want to learn everything about drafting, about trading, about value, about different strategies." So I'd have one strategy in one league and then do another startup, different strategy, heavy RB or heavy wide receiver or super old quarterbacks, front loaded trading within startups, and then auction drafting. And right now, oh hell, I got back up again. I'm probably at about 40 leagues or so. But I'll donate some of those, meaning I'll pay for a few years for someone to take it over, just so we leave on good terms. And I still really like the guys, but I'm trying to be a little bit more myopic on the ones I really hold dear. Try to be in church, worship singing, but you still are only 23 rosters into your 40 rosters of setting their lineups, and it's 9:54. You're like, motherfucker, I'm like, Jesus, I swear to God, I love the shit out of you, man. But I've got like 12 more leagues that I got to get in. So, you're in at the third worship song. My wife, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, but I got to do it. I'm here because it's dark in our church. They dim the lights. But my wife's so awesome, bro. She doesn't care, bro. About nothing. She's the best person I've ever known, I've ever met. And I just say, dude, and she's like, totally, bro. I'm like, I'll be right back. And I'll bone out. Or we're in children's ministry together, right? We're teaching kids. And I'm like, and she's like, handle it. So I'll go, she'll take care of the kids on the front end, and then I'll go play with them and do all kinds of stuff with all the kids. But it's fun. I just very, very, very much love it.
So how'd you end up in NDL?
So I was on the footballers forum. Like, I think that was Phil, right?
There's a bunch of us.
Yeah. I was on the footballers forum when GA started. Incidentally, I guess JB started later on because Zach was so pissed with how it turned out. He wanted a fast draft. So we did GA that off season. I almost didn't get to because I was vacationing, and he postponed the draft to compensate for my vacation. So I was really happy about that. I got into it, fell deeply in love with Zach. I still have a huge crush on him. His hatred and his disdain for me as a human just turns me on even more.
I get it.
So yeah, but yep. And then I did JB, and then I said, whenever you're ready for the next two. And then now I'm in all 4 of them. Favorite leagues.
So we joined at the same time. We
did.
Friends forever.
You freaking know it, dude. Yeah, we joined. I was Atlanta. We happened to be not the same league,
right?
Division,
right?
Different divisions, and then now in JB we get to trade all the time.
Right, that's fun.
It is.
So, what year did you start your first one?
Oh, it was probably 2000. 14, 2013, something like that.
Okay,
But it was just super
minute.
sucky, redrafts and not good. Always walking away saying this is gonna be amazing. And it never was. Never.
Which is your favorite team?
You know what, dude? That was a tough question for me because slowly it's becoming so dang, I don't know. My least favorite team is 32, but I
Really?
like it. Yeah, I like it. But I've got a couple things brewing in there. I've got Lamar, Chubb, Mixon, but Cortland Sutton, Chark, Antonio Brown. There's another one that's decent, Robbie Anderson, but I have Hawkinson and I have New England. And I think I have Higbee. So I've got a decent team, but those are the ones that really I don't like. So
Mm.
I sometimes I'll just blow them up. But that one I don't. So I made a big trade to get. Dang it, I'm missing someone, another wide receiver. But if I had to say it, NFL's become a very fun one for me because it was a rebuild. I got in, blew it up, and I'm rebuilding. So I'll have 3 fun picks right now. Did a ton of trades. I probably did a dozen trades just in NFL, maybe 10 or something. Just this off season. So I've got a fun team, no running backs, but I got like Ayuk and Terry McLaurin, CeeDee Lamb. So I got some good wide receivers, but it's half PPR. I don't know. I'm sorry. Super long answer. I'm going to make a final answer right now. I don't know why, but it's JB.
Well, it's fun to be you, me, and Zach, and
That's fun. Yeah, it's a really fun division.
yeah.
Our division's fun, but I mean that whole AFC it's really fun, dude. And I'm not good in
Mm.
that league.
Bill,
So
Bill is Chargers, right? Or is it Roy?
Roy,
Right. Mm.
Roy's Chargers. Bill's not in JB.
Oh,
Is he in NFC? I don't know. NFC, it's not even like NFC exists.
so who's your favorite player on one of your teams?
Hill is my favorite player.
Mm.
Hill is my favorite player. Like I was wanting to give you a long answer. Like I do like this one. I would like to get this, but Tyreek Hill is hands down my favorite player.
Who do you wish you had more of?
When you have 40 leagues, dude.
Right, you've got them all, huh?
Yeah, you really do. But you know who I wish I probably had more of, and Braxton will think it's because he keeps drafting him, and I kept making fun of him. But Patrick Mahomes probably. It's just he's so expensive. I was in a startup redraft, that $500 league, and I traded out of the 101 to get the 106 and a 2022 first. Isn't that a great trade? I just moved back 6 spots and picked up a 22 first. So I traded out of the 101 for the 106. So I did this. I traded Mahomes for Dak and a first because that's what I ended up drafting. So I'll take that. That's what I would like. So I never get Mahomes and I never trade for him.
So what do you think is the most interesting thing about you?
Oh, I love to sit down to pee. And I love to pee.
Well, peeing is good. I recommend.
Peeing feels good. It's almost good as, you know what? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, you know what I did have? It's at 19 years old, kidney stones. Oh, razor rocks. I used to stand at the urinal back in the day when I stood up to pee. And when you have to pee, just little drops of flesh, blood pee come out of your penis. That was crazy. I'm in the doctor's office and they say, we've never seen a 19-year-old have kidney stones this bad before. And I'm weeping and writhing in pain.
Well, I understand that kidney stones are about the closest that you'll get to the amount of pain in pregnancy.
That's what they say. Women have said it's worse than labor. And that's women who've had kids. It's just, it really, really sucks, dude.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
What's the coolest thing you own?
Lisa, right? Am I? No. I don't really have stuff. I drive a nice car. It's a Q7 Audi. It's fine. I bought my children, so I own them basically. I didn't just accidentally have them, which God, that would have cost a lot less. My kids are in vitro babies, test tube babies. Masturbating in a clinic is a lot easier than one might imagine. My kids were $50,000, $48,000, and 30,000, not of that, but an additional 30,000 JP Morgan picked up. Isn't that really cool?
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, they don't usually do in vitro. Coolest thing I own, dude, I don't really own stuff. This house costs too much.
Yes, I bet.
I buy laptops from 2013. You could tell by the video. That's a new TV. My TV before that was 36 inches, had it for 5 years. This one we just got. That's about it. We don't even have a DVD player. I have 2 dogs. I own them. They're pugs. Hey, dogs. Good dogs. 2 pugs. And I own a cat.
So
Own their asses.
good to know.
Yeah.
What do you think anybody else might want to know about you that you haven't already shared?
Oh, just DM me, bro, if you want to talk. We could chit chat, especially if the market's closed. What else am I going to do? My green dot's always on, bro. But I try to spend time with my family as much as possible. But I'd love to chit chat. If anyone wants to talk shop or talk about Jesus or talk about stocks or talk about football or freaking anything, bro, I love it.
And what's the best way to get a hold of you? I think you can go to Dell.
Well, every trade offer I send out usually is with Discord, the offer. I'll send an email and I'll send a text message. So I invite you all to do the same to me. All of it.
Except Joe.
Fuck you, Joe. Just kidding. Joe, you're fine. It's all love. Don't talk to me.
Anything else you want to say?
Nah, dude, that was fun. I had a good time.
It was a good story.
Thanks for inviting me. That was just the tip, bro. I have many more stories.
I believe it.
To be continued.
Just the tip. All right.
All I
Thank you.
got. Just a tip. When it's cold, it's just like a little mushroom in a field,
Hey,
in
we're
a short
moving on
field.
right now.
Just this cute little inky winky baby
Bye. Thank you
mushroom.
very much, Chris.
Unedible.
See you later.
You can bite it.